Hi, I'm Yong. Today, our group are going to present on the topic of microbes are the future in the field of astrobiology. And in today's presentation, each of us, including me, Chang Yong, Chang Yong San, Ng Chi Ki, Paul Kinlun Cameron, and Rachel Teo Yu, will be introducing each aspects and each fields regarding these interesting topics. So now, what exactly is an astrobiology? So astrobiology basically is the study of life in the universe. The research for the life beyond the Earth requires an understanding of life and the nature of the environment that support it, as well as planetary system, and stellar interactions and processes. To provide this understanding, astrobiology combines the knowledge and techniques from many fields, including astronomy, biology, chemistry, geology, atmospheric science, oceanography, aeronautical engineering. Why did we choose astrobiology as our topic? So, firstly, is because we found it is an intriguing and unique topic, as this field is not being researched in a very deep way and not known by a lot of people. So, which means it's also a relatively new field of study to us and also to a lot of the people out there. And besides, we found it is interesting as it is a scientific research that combines lots of science fiction. And lastly, we want to use microbes to potentially prove the existence of extraterrestrial life on other planets.
Hi, I'm Yongshan, and I will be talking about the characteristics, structures, growth conditions, and the association between humans and microbes in astrobiology. Astrobiology is also known as an extreme environment for those microorganisms to survive. First of all, the characteristic of microorganisms in astrobiology is the microorganisms known as an extremophile, which state that it is an organism that can live in extreme environments like outer space. There are different classes of the extremophiles, such as acidophiles, which are acid lovers, halophiles, which are salt lovers, psychrophiles, which are extreme cold lovers, and radiophiles, the radiation lovers. They have developed adaptation techniques at the cellular, biochemical, and molecular levels in the environment. Therefore, they can survive in extreme environments. Now, let us proceed to the other slide. The structures of the microbes in astrobiology are various. Here are some examples. Halophiles, salt lovers, use the salt-in strategy to maintain the potassium and chloride concentration in equilibrium with the surrounding environment. High salt concentrations are necessary for the stability and activity of the cytoplasmic proteins. They will use an acid protein with relatively low energy required to achieve this goal. Moreover, the psychrophiles are resistant to extremely low temperatures by employing two proteins known as cold shock proteins and cold acclimation proteins. The cold shock proteins typically express themselves in less cold conditions, but cold acclimation proteins will overexpress themselves when they face severe cold shocks. Besides that, The radiophiles will repair their DNA from radiation damage. There are two steps to mend the DNA: the reconnecting of some chromosome fragments, a process which is called single-stranded annealing, and the respiration of double-strand breaks, which is called homologous recombination. The following is the growth condition of microorganisms. The growth condition is an extreme environment such as high radiation because of the sun, extreme temperature, extreme low pressure due to the absence of air particles, and the pH value of the place. For example, the Antarctic dry valleys at McMurdo Sound are the driest and coldest places on Earth and have a similar extreme environment as Mars. How do the microbes associate with humans? In an extreme environment like outer space, the microorganisms will have the ability to survive in the environment. Thus, extremophiles can be employed as biofertilizers and bioinoculants because they are excellent candidates for nutrient cycling, nutrient fixation, mineralization, and solubilization. They will release substances of bioactive secondary metabolites and numerous vitamins that are highly useful in the food and food processing fields. Furthermore, antibiotic resistance genes are commonly found in psychrophilic environments together with heavy metal resistance genes. In short, some of the microbes that live in extreme environments are beneficial to humans.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Cameron, and today I'm going to talk about microbes in astrobiology. Astrobiology is the study of life in the universe. Microbes are important in astrobiology because they are thought to be the most likely form of life exists beyond Earth. Here I'll discuss the history of microbes in astrobiology, their mechanisms of action, an example of microbes in astrobiology, their impacts on humans, and the current research in this field. The history of microbes in astrobiology dates back to 1960s when scientists began searching for signs of life on Mars. Since then, the microbes has been studied extensively in context of astrobiology. One of the most important questions in astrobiology is whether life exists elsewhere in the universe, and if so, what form it takes. The search of life beyond Earth has been driven by advances in technology and our understanding on how life can exist in extreme environments. The mechanism of actions of microbes in astrobiology is not fully understood. However, it is thought that microbes could play a role in the formation of organic compounds that could lead to development of life. Microbes are important in understanding how life adapts to extreme environment. For example, microbes has been found in extreme environments on Earth such as deep sea, hydrothermal vent, and polar ice caps, which are similar to the conditions that may exist on other planets and moons. Studying these microbes can help us understand how life can survive and thrive in extreme environments. One of the examples of microbes in astrobiology is the discovery of methane producing bacteria on Mars. This discovery has led to speculation that may be life on Mars. However, this discovery is controversial and has not been confirmed. Another example in the discovery of microbial mats on Mars by NASA Curiosity rover. These mats are thought to be similar to microbial mats found on Earth and could provide clues about how life could exist on other planets. Microbes are important for human health as they help us digest food and produce vitamins. However, some microbes can cause disease and how they can impact activities such as space exploration. For example, microbes could contaminate spacecraft and interfere with scientific experiments. Studying the impacts of microbes on humans can help us understand how we can protect ourselves from harmful microbes and use beneficial microbes to improve our health. There is ongoing research in this role of microbes in astrobiology. Scientists are studying how microbes can survive and thrive in extreme environments on Earth and how this knowledge can be applied to search of life elsewhere in the universe. There is also research into human microbe ecosystem function and how they can use to support human activities such as space exploration. Advances in technology such as DNA sequencing and helping scientists identify new types of microbes and understanding their role in astrobiology. In conclusion, microbes are important in astrobiology because they are thought to be the most likely form of life exists beyond Earth. They are also important in understanding the origin and evolution of life on Earth.
Hi, my name is Rachel, and I'll discuss the future prospects of microbes in the next 10 to 15 years in astrobiology. Firstly, researchers have noted that when life emerged around 4 billion years ago, the Earth was a rocky planet like Mars and Venus, so they are focusing on researching these rocky planets. The same applies to icy moons like Europa and Enceladus, as they resemble the subglacial Antarctic lakes found on Earth, which harbor diverse microorganisms. Secondly, researchers are looking into the development of models of fitness that explicitly correlate genotypic traits with survival under specific environmental conditions to acquire a more comprehensive understanding of cellular activity and regulation, as well as identify which characteristics have significant impacts on the success of an organism's survival and its limits of habitability. Once we can fully control these environmental and genomic factors, scientists can influence a microbial phenotype and successfully plan for microbial containment. Therefore, the space-derived organisms will be able to survive in their containment for further research and observation. Moreover, scientists can also use these conditions to simulate different planetary conditions and observe the survival of Earth-derived organisms in these extreme conditions. In addition, these platforms are also placed at specific locations to understand how biological interaction influences survivability, adaptation, and identification of keystone species that are particularly influential. Despite so, labs on Earth cannot accurately replicate the sophisticated and extreme conditions of outer space and other planets. So researchers are also attempting to access space environments for in situ exposure for organisms to measure radiation-induced metabolic, genetic, phenotypic changes, and survival or damage of biomolecules. Thirdly, artificial intelligence and robotics will also be essential in astrobiology for in situ analytics and further research. Lastly, microbial life employs a variety of mechanisms to satisfy their metabolic requirements, so there is hope that scientists can fully comprehend these mechanisms, which will then improve life on Earth and answer Earth's biotic beginnings. Even though the future of astrobiology is promising, there are also a lot of challenges awaiting scientists. The biggest challenge is our limited understanding of survival strategies and the limits of extremophiles and the effect that space environment will have on Earth-evolved organisms. The reason is that astrobiology is still a relatively new field of study, but this also presents new horizons to be researched in our star system and beyond. The possibility of contamination of the Earth and other planets is also very high, but establishing planetary protection acts will hopefully prevent this outcome. As with all experiments, the research done in astrobiology is prone to inaccuracy. Yet this risk is relatively higher due to the different environmental parameters that could alter or hide biosignatures and produce false positives. Hence, the utilization of a variety of detection instruments and analytical techniques is required. Lastly, although some microbes grow indistinctly in certain space conditions, microbes cannot thrive and sustain in environments that factor in all the variables that come with outer space environment. So scientists plan to explore more habitable environments on surrounding planets and the idea of life existing out of our biosphere to propose the existence of extraterrestrial life outside of Earth.
Hi, my name is Chiki. As you see, astrobiology is the study of life in the universe, and it is new, unique, and interesting for us to study. Since astrobiology is in an extreme environment, the microorganisms living in it are also known as extremophiles, which can live in outer space. They have developed various structures to survive in extreme environments. Besides, the growth conditions of the microorganism is an extreme environment. Some of these microorganisms in outer space are beneficial to humans and can be used as biofertilizers and bioinoculants. Microbes are vital in astrobiology, shedding light on the possibility of extraterrestrial life and its adaptability to extreme environments. They affect human health and pose challenges in space exploration. Ongoing research aims to uncover their role and exploit their benefits. Challenges including confirming extraterrestrial life and managing microbial contamination. Despite challenges, studying microbes in astrobiology holds promise for understanding life beyond Earth, enhancing human health, and advancing space exploration. Microbes in astrobiology hold great promise for the future. Researchers are focusing on rocky planets and icy moons, studying their potential for hosting microbial life. Understanding the genotype traits that contribute to survival in specific environments is crucial. Controlling these factors allow for the containment and observation of space-derived organisms. Artificial intelligence and robotics play important roles in in situ analytics. Challenges include limited knowledge of extremophiles and potential contamination. Researchers are striving to establish planetary protection acts and develop reliable detection instruments. While certain microbes can adapt to space conditions, the search for habitable environment beyond our biosphere continues to explore the possibility of extraterrestrial life. Hope that our topic could potentially prove the existence of extraterrestrial life on other planets by using microbes. Thank you for listening. Bye.